my honor to introduce you all to Mr. Brandon Ivy.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you for that introduction, Miss Casa, and thank you for always being our lovely hostess. And good morning, and happy Saturday morning, everybody, no matter where you are, or afternoon or evening, depending on where you're logging in around the world. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. This has been a wonderful ride. In fact, if you look at the date today, November 23rd, we are now actually almost from August, September, October, November, 4 months to the day of the launch of the MQT token. 4 months. Now, when this token originally launched and I was told this idea, I have to be honest with you, I did not believe that this would succeed. Not because I didn't believe in the smart contract, not because I didn't believe in Lynette's vision. I didn't believe that the community would do the things that's necessary to allow it to have success, which also meant I didn't fully understand how the platform will work because Lynette said it doesn't matter if the community is going to mess it up or not. The smart contract is designed to stabilize and protect the community from themselves. So I've got a couple of numbers for you. Number one, $15 million plus. Another number for you. This token launched at $1, is now sitting at close to $20 a coin 4 months later. $15 million of MQT tokens has been sold to a community of less than 6,000 people. 100% of the people that have been involved have been able to sell their token for a profit to make money. Nobody has been in a situation where they couldn't sell and there's not enough liquidity there. This has been the most successful crypto project of this type of kind that I've ever seen, and I own my own crypto education company. I've seen them all. So I want to give all of you guys a round of applause because this couldn't happen without the community. You needed to have a community to prove Lynette's vision and this proof of concept on the AVAX chain. And we're just getting started. Now, normally I would be doing a presentation on Saturday morning. Instead of you hearing from me, we have the creator of the project on the line, Miss Lynette Artin, to give you guys some updates as we are getting closer to the relaunch of the MoveQuest app itself. Now, I have to tell you this. I said this the other night. I hear all the time from people who say, Brandon, I wish I got started when you guys did. You guys made all the money. You got started when Gifted Money just came out, and now the token's too high, so it's not even profitable for me to get started. Listen, if you have that mindset, you are at the right place at the right time now because the best time to get started is actually not when we did. We got started with no proof. And only 300 people. You're getting started now with the community already here, with submissions and claims already happening, with the liquidity is almost at $2 million liquidity, with the token that was stabilized, even if everybody sold at more than $8 a token after it launched for $1. So if you wanted to get started now, now's the best time because it's like you're having a do-over with a brand new opportunity and a new name and a new dashboard that we're going to have a sneak peek on called MoveQuest. So I want to turn it on over now to a woman I have a lot of respect for. This is a woman that didn't just have some crazy idea and just threw it on the wall to see if it was going to work. She's dedicated her time, her effort, and her own money to the tune of almost $3 million to have this in 3+ years in development to get it here. The one thing that I do know about her is that she's never going to give up. That's the one thing I've always been worried about other crypto projects. CEOs that start a company, they're not in it for the long run. They're in it to try to make a quick buck and rug pull you guys after 6 months. She's been on this for more than 3 years with no success. Why would you think she would bail on it now when we've proven that it can work? So without further ado, I want to bring up to the table the creator of MoveQuest, Miss Lynette Artin.
Good morning, Brandon. Good morning, everybody. So I'm going to just kind of expand on what Brandon has just talked about. Those first 3 years, we had to build this infrastructure. And our lead developer, Waleed, is also here, and he can tell you this has been the most painful experience to ever go through. Like, we completely put our lives on hold, family at bay, our life as we knew it stopped. But really what happened is being in I love crypto. I mean, I am one of these people that when when Bitcoin came out, it's just like when, somebody told me, invest in Google. And my response was, what the hell is a Google? I mean, I'm like, I don't think so. I'm not doing it. And, there were a few other tech companies that, came out, I was told to invest in and I didn't. Then Bitcoin. And that same person called me up and said, I know you never listened to me, so just go buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. And I bought it for under 10 cents. It was when it first came out and they were still paper wallets. I knew nothing about crypto. And that crypto is sitting in a locked hard drive that crashed. Nobody's been able to get to it successfully. And I've had many people tell me, oh, we can, and they've never been able to. And I still have that computer. But with that being said, it took me so long to grasp the concept of crypto, but it intrigued me. And so I started breaking it apart and I wanted to understand what what that landscape was. And, I got involved in, just like all of you, crypto projects that sounded really good, but I didn't understand why they were terrible, why they wouldn't work. I mean, just because, somebody starts a project doesn't mean that it's going to last. In fact, most of them don't, because in order to make the project work, there are so many things that you have to have in place. One, it's got to be fully decentralized. Two, there can't be somebody who is the custodian of those transactions and being the one who's pushing the button in the back, because when that's in play, you lose complete control. And then it's just like anything centralized. You don't know how long it's going to last. And so for us to be able to make sure that all of our I's were dotted, all of our T's were crossed, that we adhered to the regulations as they are best described at the moment. I always tell everybody the ink is still wet on the paper. So you never really know, what's going to happen when it comes to regulations, but you've got to at least make sure.
Hey, Lynette, I think you walked away from the computer or the phone.
Oh, I did. I had to cut some background noise off. I gotta remember that does that with my computer and my headset. So I'm back. So we had to make sure that all of our I's were dotted, all of our T's were crossed. And when you look at blockchain projects, those are self-funding ecosystems. And when people create projects, they don't build an ecosystem and they don't build in that self-funding feature that your blockchains have. And so, one, we had to make sure that this project didn't rely on new money coming in, because when your project slows down, if that's what you're relying on, it's going to fail. And it is also a Ponzi scheme, is, the definition of a Ponzi scheme. And so we had to remove that piece where you don't rely on new money coming in. But what you rely on is that community. Crypto is about that peer-to-peer community that's engaged in that ecosystem. You have to make sure that there's utility, a use case for that token, so that it's not a security, it's actually a utility. It's got its own ecosystem, it's got its own use cases. And then not only that, but you can't rely on the community to provide the liquidity, meaning if every single one of you were here on this call and we said the only way for there to be liquidity in that pool for you to be able to exchange your tokens is if you go buy the token pair, and in our case, it would be MoveQuest USDT, you pair it and you add it into the liquidity pool. The problem with that is you can pull it whenever you want. And so again, there's no stability there, because nobody's going to leave their liquidity in a pool for the rest of their lives, right? Because the amount of money that you earn, that percentage on those transaction fees, is not enough for you to motivate you to leave it there for the long term. And so we had to have that self-funding ecosystem. And this is what you do in this project. You mint those miners. We remove that MoveQuest from circulation. And so what we do is we decrease the circulating supply. It goes back into the vault so that in future years, because we mirror the Bitcoin tokenomics, 21 million max supply, in the year 2059, when all 21 million have been in circulation, you will still be able to mine tokens in the year 2060. In fact, there's been enough MoveQuest already returned to the vault to take us into the year 2090. 2090, which is, I won't even be here in 2090 unless, they come up with some way to make you live over 120 something years. And so that's where that MoveQuest goes. Then you come into the ecosystem and you have the mining dock where you dock those miners using the MoveQuest. You evolve your miners, which means that you are leveling them up to higher mining powers. You submit, you claim, you can create challenges, join challenges. We have the leasing, we have the hatchery coming into play. We've got the boosts, the mystery boxes. We've got all of these features that you'll be able to use that MoveQuest within the ecosystem. And there are the in-app fees. Every time you use or you engage in the ecosystem, those fees become the liquidity for the pool. And so that's how we stabilize that pool. Now you don't have a community who is yanking the liquidity out from underneath you. And so as the community begins to grow, then that liquidity grows as well. It becomes more stable and it just continues to grow. So the one, being in the move to earn space when we created this project, and I love the new administration that's coming in January here in the United States, because Bobby Kennedy is heading off the health side. And I love that because that's what MoveQuest is all about. It's about getting people up and becoming more active, not leading those sedentary lifestyles, not, here in the United States, 70% of the population is either overweight or obese. That leads to chronic illness and disease. That leads to, issues within the economy because people don't have health insurance or they don't have adequate health insurance. Now, and it's just this domino effect. It's this ripple effect all across the board. And so MoveQuest is about motivating you, incentivizing you to get up, to move more, to become more active, to be the healthier version of yourself. And it's set up so that it captures all categories of your physical movement 24/7. All your other move to earns that are currently on the market is just steps or workouts. And they don't have self-funding ecosystems. They don't have the utility that MoveQuest has. And so we have a real life gamification that merges with the crypto space. It's an amazing project. It took us over 3 years to create this, to make sure we did it right and to make sure that we had all the bells and whistles. So we had no regulatory issues and we had a project that would be here for the long term. Nobody makes money off of others' efforts. You put in the physical activity. You submit it to the blockchain. Every time you're pushing a button, you're making a call to a contract. There is no custodian that's operating this project. It's completely works without somebody else managing it for you. So if you do the physical activity, you're mining that MoveQuest token. You submit it to the blockchain, you claim your tokens. Everything is based on what you do. The more you move, the more mining you are able to do, and the more MoveQuest tokens you're able to mine. So today we got lots of information to give you. The first thing I want to do though, because now that we got on this subject, I'm going to take you guys over to CoinMarketCap. This is this is Step In GMT. Look at that, 19 cents. They started they actually launched 3 months after we started the building of our project. We'd already had the blueprint, mapped out how it was going to be. And they built into 2 million users. To me, I mean, this is, I don't know I know everything they did wrong. I could go in there and clean up, Step In a heartbeat. 19 cents. And it's really had issues trying to get past the 15 cents. And they've been listed now for over 3 years. They're even on Binance and, some of these larger exchanges, and they can't even make it to $1. You look at MoveQuest, because of our self-funding ecosystem, we've made it up to the $125 mark, and crypto goes up and down. It's not any different than any other token. If people oversell, the price comes down. It's a true fact. It's all based on supply and demand. If you're selling and there's not a demand for the token, you're driving the market value down. And if you're not selling and you're only holding until there is a demand for that token, then the market value of the token is going up. That's why they call it, diamond hands hold when the weak hands sold. And the diamond hands always win because they understand the concept of buy low, sell high. You don't buy low and sell lower. Or, in our case here, you're mining those tokens. So basically, you're getting them at a very low price, free, really, if you think about it. If you take in, what it costs in the submission fees and you divide it into the tokens that you're holding, you're mining them based on your proof of physical activity. So a lot of people sell and they think, hey, I'm in profit because the token's at $17. So there's two different ways to look at it. But we're very proud of this project. We're very proud of the success that we've had. And when I go and I look at StepN, who had 2 million users in less than 90 days, and they have a token at 19 cents, I can look at that and go, we did it the right way. And they didn't. They got the 2 million users. We don't have that yet, but I firmly believe that we will surpass that 2 million users because of our system, because of the way it works, and because it's fully decentralized where you're in control. Now, I had started out a presentation and I totally did not get it done on time. I never have quite the amount of time that I want to have when I'm doing stuff like this. So I'm going to just share this one slide. This is what we were talking about the other day, where you will be able to take your MoveQuest. And we're calling it the hatchery, because when you deposit your MoveQuest, if you deposit $100 in MoveQuest in 7 days, you're going to hatch a Lenny miner. Now we're changing the names of these miners, but I left them here for you guys to be able to understand, because otherwise I'll have questions. Well, what's this miner compared to that one? So we're just going to use what you're used to with the miner names. If you deposit $200 in MoveQuest in 14 days, you'll hatch a primary. $350 in MoveQuest in 21 days, it'll hatch an ultra. $550 in MoveQuest in 28 days, it'll hatch an alpha. $1,500 in MoveQuest in 35 days, it'll hatch one omega. Now, when your time is up for the miners, it will return all of your MoveQuest back to you. I know that was a question. Are we only getting the dollar value back, or are we getting the amount of MoveQuest? You're getting everything back. We don't take nothing. It's a way for people to be able to get started. And this is not an ongoing thing. We'll be using the hatchery for several things. Down the road, we may say, okay, if you deposit $50 in MoveQuest in 3 days, you can hatch a boost, okay, which boosts your mining power. So the hatchery will have many different things at different times that you'll be able to use that MoveQuest to hatch other items that you're able to use within our ecosystem. But the first one is going to be the miners. We want people to be able to beef up your miners for the leasing, for those of you that haven't been able to get the extra miners, or if you just need the miners in general, this is a way for you to do it. Now, why is this a win-win for both of us, for both sides, project side and user side? Because those of you who are taking that MoveQuest to use it to hatch these miners, you're not selling that MoveQuest. And so it gives that 7 to 35 days to release the rebrand on the app and to be able to really allow people to get started without seeing the overselling pressure. There's currently about 300,000 MoveQuests in circulation. Our ultimate goal is to see a couple 100,000 of those MoveQuests enter the hatchery for these miners, so that that selling pressure really slows down and we have that demand on that token while we're introducing the rebrand of the app. So it's twofold. It benefits both the project and the community as a whole. Next, what I'm going to talk about, what was number 3? What was this one? The rebrand. Okay, so I don't have anything else left there. Let's go back over here. The leasing. I'm going to just kind of explain to you how the leasing works. It's going to have a couple of different features. Actually, it's got several different options, but just to give you the blanket overview, because a lot of people are asking us, well, how does it work? We're not going to give you the definitive until we actually launch it, because there may be some things that change along the way. And I've got people asking me for step by step by step by step. We hope to have the leasing ready by Thanksgiving. Okay, because it'll be a perfect time for you guys to be able to introduce it to your family and friends that you're sharing the holidays with. They're able to get started at literally almost nothing out of pocket. They do have to have MoveQuest because the rental fee is paid using MoveQuest. But here's the simple of it, okay? If you own the minor, you are going to set your rental rate. And you're going to be able to list it in the global marketplace. You also have a private marketplace, your own personal marketplace. Anybody can come and rent your minor. They pay that mining fee upfront to you. You do not get a percentage of their mining rewards. Okay. The proof of physical activity that they submit to the blockchain, they're the only ones who benefit from the work that they do. So they will cover the submission fee and they will cover the claims fee for their tokens. They get their they submit the proof of physical activity, they claim their mining rewards. They pay you upfront in MoveQuest to rent your miner. This way, if they don't submit or they don't claim, you don't lose anything because you just charge a fee. You can charge it daily, weekly, monthly, however it is that you want to do. We also have a feature where you have like a co-manager. We'll call it a co-manager for lack of a better term right now. So let's say that I know an influencer and they have a lot of people and I have 50 miners. Let's say they've got 100 people that want to lease miners right out of the gate. I can lease my miners, make them available to them, and they'll see them in their private mining dock as well as I'll see them. And I can pay them a percentage of the rental fee for leasing out my miners for me. So I determine the percentage that I'm going to pay a manager to lease out my miners. Okay, so you determine whether you're going to pay a percentage of your rental fee to somebody who is getting your miners leased out. Now, if I don't have enough for the person who needs them, they can go to the global marketplace, and whoever is leasing out those miners, they can also agree to pay a percentage of the rental fee to the referring person. Am I making sense to you guys? So there's two levels here. The rental fee that the owner of the miner is going to charge for the miner to be leased out. And two, if somebody else is helping me lease out my miners, I can set a percentage of that rental fee to go to that person. But you guys set that. Everything is managed by smart contracts, so it's all paid out in real time to the right wallets. Now, if you share MoveQuest with somebody and you don't have miners and they rent them from somebody else, and down the road, they decide to mint their own miners, you would get that referral commission because when they activate, they're going to use your activation code. So that's the basics of the leasing, just so everybody understands that. Our goal, once we launch the rebrand, it'll just be a couple of days after that, and we'll bring up the leasing. The reason for that is because we want people to really test this out before we make it live to the public on a global scale, so that if there's anything you see that needs to be changed, or if you find a bug or something in it, we tested it we are pretty sure it's completely bug free now. And actually, all of you that are here on this call, we're going to share the link with you and you can test it out yourself today. It's still under our development mode, but it does work, and you can use all of the features that are there right now on the Web3. So what I'm going to do is we are changing the look of this. Okay, there's some things that are changing on the site. And so I'm not going to go through all of that with you right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to start your quest. And this is the onboarding of the project. Okay, so you can, let me widen this out a little bit. Okay. So the first thing a person is going to do is they're going to connect their wallet. Okay, and then they're going to hit next. And this is where the activation code would go. Not everybody is going to have an activation code. And so they can skip this step, which is up here to the right. And if that happens, then they'll be assigned to a person that's already a part of that global compensation. So I'm going to hit skip right now. This is where they will, and this is going to change to the wording here. This is where they would mint their miners. And so they would just click mint. And, they would have to have the amount of MoveQuest. If they don't have enough MoveQuest in their wallet, they just would hit buy MoveQuest. It'll take them to the exchange to buy the MoveQuest. And then they can come back and they're able to mint their miners. The next step is the evolution. Now, these are the names that we are considering. Mover for the Lennies, Trailblazer for the primaries, Explorer for the ultras, Vanguard for the alphas, and Titan for the omegas. Any suggestions from the community is welcomed, because when we do take this public, then we can still change these for right now. This is the evolution piece. So if I want to take my movers or my Lennies up to a Titan, it would tell me how much USDT I would need. Must be I'm not connected to my wallet. Yeah, I am. Hold on here. I'm not sure why this isn't giving me. It should list here what the cost is, but for some reason it's not doing it on mine, and I'm not sure why.
Your wallet's not connected, so when you hit dashboard, connect the wallet, then it'll pop up.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay,
it
so let me
should.
come back. That's weird. Any ideas, Waleed, why that ain't showing up my USDT? Is there something wrong with mine?
Is
Oh,
Waleed
he's
on?
probably
Hold on, let
muted.
me make him a co-host.
I had to click on the MetaMask and make sure it was connected, even though it's kind of connected.
Okay, Waleed's co-host now, so if you wanted to speak, he can.
Maybe I'm just not connected up here, something, I don't know. Yeah, okay, well, it is connected. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, it was working last night. It would tell me what the amount of USDT is here that I needed. So whatever the issue is, I'm sure it's a quick fix. Waleed will just fix it quick and then it'll be there.
He
And then
said scroll
here,
down back on that one page.
yeah, but it still isn't giving me the cost. Oh, See, guys, I'm still getting used to this, so it does work perfect. It's the person working it. So I think maybe what we need to do is this is going to have to be reformatted, Waleed, a little bit because people won't see that. Maybe we can bring it up here, make it two-sided or something. But anyway, so that's what I need to do. I would just connect all of these miners, which I can't do any further, I guess. Oh, because I only want to go to Explorer. So see here, if I say I want to go up to the Ultra, which is the Explorer now, it's only going to allow me to take the miners that will take me to that level. This is already an Explorer. That's already a Vanguard. That's already a Titan. And so it would tell me it would cost me $200. Now, if I want to go up to the Vanguard, it would be 500. And if I want to go up to the Titan, it would cost me $900. But this is using all of my current miners that I have in place, what it would cost me to go up to those Titans. And that would give me 2 Titans. So using what I already have, plus the additional miners, it's all done in one step. And that's all they have to do. And it gives that price right there. Then they would scroll down and they would click evolve, and it would evolve their miners. And then they would go to the next step, which is the mining dock. Here is where they would cover the mining dock fee. So if I had any open slots, I would cover the mining dock fee. This here is the approval. You have to approve to take those miners from your wallet and add them into the mining dock contract. So you can start mining your rewards. And so here is the mining dock. And if you click on your miners, these are still interactive here. This would be the Titan, and it would show you here. I can remove it from the dock if I want to. Gives me all of my miners information. I can go back to my mining dock, click on the next one if I want. It'll tell me what the max mining shares are, what my mining bonuses are, what my colors are, all of the information that I need to know about my miner. Then if I want to go to the next, I would download the mobile app. I would finish my setup. It lets me know that I'm 100% set up with the app. And then I would hit let's get moving and it would take me to my dashboard. On your dashboard, there's a lot more data here for you to be able to get different information that you need. It's going to tell you what you have in your wallet. This is going to tell you your pending claims. So right now, if I wanted to claim from my proof of physical activity that I've submitted, I have 16.56 MoveQuest that's waiting to be claimed. It's got a market value of $304, so you'll be able to see that now. It's telling you I have 48 days to claim, and it's letting you know that it's only going to cost me $1 per 10 days, okay, which I'm going to show you this if I was to, that's not connected, but there's another spot and I'll show it to you. This here are the quick links to buy MoveQuest, take, for your wallet, what you're earning, your miners, your dock, all of the different features that we have. Total miners, this will tell you, this here is letting you know that you've already approved the mining dock. You've already evolved, how many miners you have, how many miners you have docked. If you have a username that you've created for your referral purposes, it'll give you who your sponsor was that shared MoveQuest with you. That's that's the activation code that you used when you got started and that you had created an app password when you download the dApp. This here will tell you what mining power you have. So if I was to go to the mining dock and I was to undock one of my miners, let me confirm this. We'll let that finish. See here, it changed. I don't have 3,200%. I only have 28% mining power. It also changed the amount of my submission fees. So if I go back to the dock and I want to place my miner, I would place my Titan. Let's see which one's better. This one's the best. I would upgrade that. Oh. Why is that not placing it, Waleed? Oh, I gotta turn it on. You guys, I'm using this for the first time myself.
Yeah, you hit the upgrade button.
Yeah. Wrong button. Okay, so now it's adding it back to the mining dock. I'm going to come back over to my dashboard. And when it's done, it's going to increase my mining power and it's going to update my mining fee. So you can see I'm at 3,200%, and my mining dock fee is $4, not mining dock fee, my submission fee is $4.20. Now, if you need to fund your internal wallet to submit, you can do it right here. You would just put in the amount of AVAX. So if I wanted to send 0.4 AVAX to my internal wallet, I would just hit send. My wallet would pop up on my dashboard and I could send it right to my internal wallet, right from the dashboard of the desktop. This is where, oh, I don't want to claim right now. I got to show you this first. Okay, so then we're going to come over to your wallets. This is letting you know what your internal wallet is, so you can send from here as well. And then, of course, your claims, which would go directly to your external wallet. All right. This is telling you how much you have in your external wallet in the AVAX. And this here is your internal wallet, and it's letting you know what you have in the internal wallet as well. Come over here to your miners. These are the total miners that I have that are not in the mining dock. This here are the miners that I have in the mining dock. So you can see what their mining ID, their mining power. If you click them, it'll open them up and take you back to that page. If you click back, it'll take you back to where you were. This here is your mining dock. Again, it just is an overview, or, it's the menu, the tabs here on the side, your earnings. This here lets you know that if you claim in one day, if you claim daily, it's $10. If you wait and you do it every 2 days, it'll be $9 for 2 days. And so if you wait for 10 days, it's $1. So if I wanted to claim 48 days, I would claim in batch of 10, it would cost me $4 to claim 40 days. And then I would want to wait for 2 days. So if I wanted to claim, I could do it right from here. I'm going to claim. Wait for it to complete. It's got a lot of days to claim. There we go. Okay. So now I have 38 days. So it gave me my 10 days. Now, if I want to go back to my wallets, you can see that my MoveQuest increased 3.73 MoveQuest and $68. So basically, I made, based on the market value of the token, you guys, I don't move as much as I should be because I'm on the computer so much, but the average person is mining a lot more than what I do. But that's still, for me, that's really good, I think, because it's what I'm doing already every day. So that's the earnings. And you can see each one of your daily submissions right there. The only thing we're not showing yet, and we will, is like the history, your history and the global history, where you can go into the app and you can see the earnings, the history, and the distribution. But I'm sure that'll be here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can only get to that in the app. But this here is the hatchery. This is where you'll deposit that MoveQuest to hatch those miners. And this will be ready on Monday or Tuesday. So we had to get all this done first, and then you'll see this here. The leasing, when it's ready, will be here. And our goal is to have this up and ready before Thanksgiving. This will be the marketplace where you'll see the swag, different things, the merchandise for MoveQuest that you can purchase, the sweatshirts, the baseball caps, t-shirts, water bottles, that kind of thing, as well as the global leasing of the marketplace. Now, we don't have the merchandise ready to go before Thanksgiving, just so you know, but there will be a marketplace for that as well. Same thing with the challenges. This here is the networking tab. So those of you that have commissions to claim from your referrals, from the evolution, then you could claim them right here. And it will also have here in the next few days, you'll have posts that you can make on social media that you can share, referral link if you're out there helping to build the community, the banners, different things like that. That will be here under networking. The market, okay, I'm not sure. Marketing, networking. I think he just forgot to remove that tab. We're just calling it networking. If you need help, there'll be a help center here, and then the settings is still coming. So that is the rebrand of the website. We haven't released the app yet. I don't know if that will be released by Thanksgiving or not. That will be up to the developers and if it's ready by then. But the Web3, those of you who want to test it out, you guys are here. You're going to get the link. It is devdev.movequest.com. And so everybody who is on this call, you are able to Go test it out. All right. That's all I've got, Brandon.
Well, that's a lot. That is a lot. I hope you guys are excited as we are seeing that. You see the progress. Chad was even talking about that. What Waleed and the devs have been working on week by week since the beginning to get to this point. Right, Thanksgiving is just next week. The whole design was meant to be a little bit more user friendly for you guys and to ease the onboarding process. Now, I always say as a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed financial advisor to give financial advice, but I know what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be purchasing as much MQT as I possibly can right now because I know what's going to happen after this launches. So I want to let some of the leaders here, you guys that are co-hosts, give some little feedback on what you guys see. Herschel, Chad, Brian Rhodes, and Ken Francis, Quentin. Any of you guys like to share your thoughts and what you might be hearing from your team members sending you messages right now?
Hey, Brandon, this is Herschel. I'll be quick. I'm driving, so there may be some background noise. Miss Lynette, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Truly excited about what we're seeing, and I can definitely see what the future looks like for this particular platform. You mentioned we're sending out the dev version of the application right now. Can people
Yeah.
go in when they're testing it? Can they go
No
in
harm.
and do real
Nope.
real transactions, or is
Yep.
everything in a real
No,
transactions do everything?
everything is working. Yep.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure that there wouldn't be any hiccups or anything like that if people wanted to do real transactions. So, but no, wonderful. I'm
They can do
loving
real
everything that I'm saying.
transactions. Yep, they can do real transactions and nobody can do anything malicious to the that's just a URL we are using. They actually don't have access to our dev testing site. We're just using that as a subdomain, dev.movequest.com because it's still in development, but it doesn't give anybody access to development features, okay? So they can't do anything malicious. But you
Okay,
can
perfect.
use it just as if it's the real thing. We're just still working on it so that people understand. It's still in development for the next few days, but you can use it in place of get fit mining.
Perfect. That's all from me.
Fantastic, fantastic. I know, Ken, you had something you were going to say.
Thank God.
Looks good.
This is about, I don't know, 1,000 questions that won't be happening anymore. Literally, it's going to take so much relief. It's so much relief to finally, like I put in the chat, patience pays off. I mean, we're talking about not even 6 months. So it's still funny when you think about just what we've progressed to in like 4 months, 15 million. I mean, all the numbers, it's staggering. It's unprecedented, right? You heard me say that a lot, but yeah, it's just
Well, you know
great,
what,
man.
Ken? You know
Yeah.
how everybody says, because I always get this from you guys. Yeah, people are coming to me and they're saying, yeah, we've heard this before. I assure you guys, when we say we're going to do something, we always deliver. We are not your typical project that you've been in the past. If we say we're
Right.
going to do it, we do it. We
Right.
may not do it on time, but we always do it in time.
Right. Well, yeah, it's definitely all about your intentions. Your intentions have always been good from day one. And, what's 4 months? Come on. It's 2025. I mean, I can remember early August, when we were just attempting to make this thing, prove itself. And here we are with an actual incredible brand, an amazing, application that is now in your hand. I wish the chat was live. I know we can't, we're trying to, police and everything, but man, I want the energy from the community to just be on from this day on, guys. I'm going to put the socials in the chat. I need you to go to the socials, Facebook, the Twitter, the Discord, everywhere we are. I'm going to post them here and just bring the energy, bring the excitement, bring the engagement. Just be positive. Just be excited about what we're doing because this is historical stuff. No one's doing this. No one has ever done this, and this will not be duplicated. You're in a very special place with a very special community, with an incredible special person leading the way here, and it's going to be amazing, man. I'm just excited. So yeah, I'm just glad that everybody's finally got the app, and now you can show it off. You've been asking and asking and wondering and hoping and wish. Now it's here. Now go show it off, right? Be excited. That's it for me. I don't need anything because I know also in Discord, I did put a Adept app link there for discussion in a forum. So if you have any ideas once you're in there, feedback, stuff like that, it's in Discord. That's where that will be. So no questions about what the app, and I have this opinion in the app and all that on all these socials. Go to Discord and let's have that discussion there so it's controlled. All right. And I got some other stuff, Brandon, but let someone else talk. Thank you, man.
Yeah, but look, let's go with. I did turn on the chat so that I
you
don't
go.
want to do a Q&A. You guys raising your
Right.
hands right now because again, this is open. So if you have questions, type it in the chat box and we can get to that. Go ahead, Mr. Rhodes.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. So this is what we've been waiting for. So I've never been a part of a technology company that's ever hit a timeline on time. So I hope you guys all understand that. You know, what they have done is, I don't know if Wally's actually slept in the past 2 months, and he's running on like 12 cups of coffee a day. And believe me, we've all been on it and watched, him go over everything. So you can see the back office now. You can do a claim. You can see what you have back there in MQT to claim. Like, I got 5 days, 7.3 MQT coming to me worth $145. I see my own wallet. I see my asset wallet, my claim wallet. Everything is a one-stop shop. So this is why the coin went from, $9 the other day to 26. People know this is coming. I threw in 10 grand really quick. I was like, get it at $9. We got the site coming. And once everybody sees this is going to make it so much easier. I've been playing with this until about 3 o'clock in the morning, woke up at 7 with the baby. Like, I can't sleep, but I do know this works super smooth, super easy. It's kind of crazy how smooth this does work on the computer compared to the Get Fit Mining website as well. But this has been, and the feedback I've got, because I did share it with a couple people, I'm sorry. They said the coding looks top notch. Everything looks great. They love the ideas of the names that we have. So we'll probably put some polls in the Discord. So get active in the Discord talking about what you think some names should be. But, we need some strong, powerful names for our miners, because these are things that we're going to say forever, but you got to be excited for this, because now you see everything in your back office. This is exactly what you want. You see your MQT and the price by it. You can see how you can add money to your transfer fee balance. This is the questions I get over and over. And I have a chat of 200 people, and they ask the same questions every day. Now it's just right there in front of you. And like Kenneth said last night, now people have it all in one spot. They're going to look at this. They're going to study it. It looks so cool. So yeah, man, I can't wait. I'm going to go find some money to buy some more MQT. What's up, Chad?
Okay, I just want to jump in here real quick before Chad starts up. Lynette, Waleed, amazing. Okay, the feedback that I am getting from my community is the amount of people we are going to be able to reach now. I have people who are in gym communities. I have people who have kids who play sports. I had to mute my mic because my family is back. They're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. It's so easy now. So I just want to commend you guys, give my hats off to you. This new app is definitely going to change the game for so many people. So bravo. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Chad. Go ahead.
Absolutely, guys. We are fired up and pumped up, guys. I could not wait until you guys was able to see what we saw last night, guys. Oh my God. And I just really want to speak to the moment right now, because I think it's very, very important to understand the moment. They say that you can never see the picture when you're inside of the frame. So I want everyone just for a moment to step outside of the frame, guys, and understand the moment that you're in right now. What you just witnessed today, this morning, is we just came out of the garage, right? No one got a chance to be a part of Microsoft or Amazon when they were in the garage, or Facebook when they were in the college dorm. We're letting you guys know that you were in the dorm. You're the first to know about this thing. And what you're seeing today, guys, we're no longer in the garage. We're now in a beautiful MQT building. And we're saying, listen, you have no idea what is coming. You have no idea, guys. Listen, the harvest never looks like the seed. We've been sowing seed. You understand? When a seed is planted, first of all, it has to be buried. It has to be buried. People walk over the seed. It's covered in dirt. It has to go through the hot. It has to go through the rain. All these things happen under the surface, guys. When people are complaining, guess what? The seed is growing. And now what you're starting to see is that seed is starting to reveal itself. And so what I'm going to tell you guys is, I'm going to give you a chance right now. You have 5 minutes to go buy MQT before I start buying it. I'm going to sit back for 5 minutes, guys. You have 5 minutes to start buying MQT before I start buying it. Because what are you going to do, guys? This is your opportunity right now to start getting your MQT bag, guys. Because when this thing goes out internationally, and it's going to be all in the metaverse, guys. All in the metaverse. I'm telling you ahead of time, guys. The last 30 days, we had 100,000 people come through my boxing gym in just the last 30 days. We're closing on 400,000 people. And MoveQuest banner is always in there, guys. The music will be running. Kids and adults are going to be asking about this thing. You have 5 minutes to start buying MQT before I start chunking money at this thing, because I know what it's going to do. So I hope you enjoyed this call, guys. Let's get out there and take action. That's my time. And like we always say, we won't see you at the top. We'll see you over the top, because you're built for greatness.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Anybody else from Quentin? Brian already spoke as well. Quentin, you had something you
Hey,
want
let
to
me
share?
just interject real quick before Quentin comes on. So
Yes,
just
yes.
to give you, because I've been scrolling through the questions. One, we want to test the Web3, get everybody's feedback, on it, if there's issues or anything like that first. Once we feel that it's solid, that there hasn't been any issues with it, then we'll make the app available. And all you have to do is you'll get a pop-up that says to download it, and everything just integrates seamlessly. You don't have to switch over anything at all. Everything it just does it on its own. There were, let me see here, a couple of other questions I wanted to touch base on real fast. There'll be an update to the app. So I just told you that. And yes, you will have to download the new app. Oh, referral. So right now, currently, I don't see that the marketing links are in there. So if you are sharing the new website, just have them go to the dev.movequest.com and give them your wallet address as the activation code. And you can test it in the link, up at the top. But I would just say, this is my activation code, and paste it into that field that you've seen. I think that's it. And I'm glad you guys all love it. It takes a lot of time to do this. Waleed and Ali have worked tirelessly on this. No, the old site is not in maintenance. If you just go to the site, you will probably see that it's still there. And if you're getting errors, it probably has something to do with your network connection, because there's too many people that aren't getting the errors. So check your connection. Okay, back to you, Brandon. That's all.
Well, Lynette, let them know as well how when the new app drops, what people will be doing to get that.
It's just going to have a pop-up when they go to Get Fit Mining. A pop-up will tell them to update the app to MoveQuest. Or when it is available in the stores, they'll just go to the Google Play Store. Until the corporate documents are done, they'll still use test flight, but here in the very near future, hopefully in the next week to 2 weeks, it'll be available right in the Apple iStore or iOS store.
All right. Q, was there anything you wanted to share?
Well, it's not much really to say when you have to come behind Chad. I just want to give kudos and praises to Wally, Ali, and Lynette, because we see, we're on some of these calls, and I know it's just super stressful. There's a lot of pressure, to deliver on these things. And so I just want to tell the community, don't take this stuff for granted, because we've all been in a ton of projects, and there's just nothing that even comes close to what's happening right here and the moment that we're in right here. So continue to go out, guys, spread positivity, share, this project, and share it in confidence that you're putting, someone in this opportunity, and you're putting them in a great opportunity. So go out and let's ride this momentum, ride the wave. Let's go out and pump this token. Let's share it. Let's get it ready. I mean, this is what we've waited for. It's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. I mean, when you go and look at the original, back end website for Get Fit Mining, and you see what it's become today, it's absolutely incredible. So I'm excited. I'm excited to go and just create some content and share this with everyone. So thank you guys, and let's keep it rolling. Keep moving. Just move.
Hey, Lynette, I just want to make sure, was that you that made a post real quick in the chat box?
Yeah, that link to Uniswap.
Okay, go ahead, post that again.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the lookout for it. I'm just
No,
deleting
I don't
everything
blame
that I'm
you.
not sure of.
Yep, nope, I did do that. And then somebody else today asked, so yeah, you can use your MoveQuest that you've mined for the hatchery. Andrea. Okay, Andrea and Jeremy King. Yeah, maybe message me after that, because that's one of the last final things that they're doing on my ebooks is the covers.
Oh, the giveaway.
Oh
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let her. I wasn't gonna let her forget all the work I did. I was not gonna let you forget all the work I did. Yes, we still have the giveaway. Yes, the wheel. The wheel is ready, and the music.
Let's go ahead and let's do the wheel.
All right.
Yep.
So
People
Lynette,
are asking if they can still use the website. Yeah, you can use the Web3 now. It works.
Yeah. So you just set everything up with this, and I'll go ahead and share and get everything queued up, and we can roll with that.
It's a dollar value of MoveQuest for the hatchery, not 100 MoveQuest, and it's based on the current market value of MoveQuest. So if MoveQuest is $100, it would be one MoveQuest. If MoveQuest is $1, it would be 100 MoveQuest. You get all your MoveQuest back. We don't keep any of it, and you get your miners as well.
Jack, we already addressed that on Thursday night. Go back and watch the replay at the end. We went into detail about the BSC and the GFAM. Yeah, Carla, I will post that. Now, again, this link is just a dev link for you to go in. I wouldn't go in there and trying to do too much work. Just take a look at it and get a good feel on how it is. And that also means that Herschel Crow will be back as soon as the app drops on those 2 p.m. Eastern calls, and to go through the Q&A. We know people are going to have questions. It's a new platform, new layout. So for that to work. So that's coming soon. Lynette, one last question from one of our members. I was trying to get a question in. This is what you and Waleed on the development side, especially with a lot of the scammers and fake sites and things going on. They're asking, even though we're anonymous, is it possible that in the profile, if somebody wanted to upload an image so that when they're signing people up, people can know that face. They know that whether it's an avatar, whether it's their own picture, if we can have that option in that sign up process.
That would be up to Waleed to answer.
Yeah. We just want to know if it's possible to do. It's just optional if people want to do it. Just another thing they can put in there if they want to put their picture in there.
Yeah, another layer. Yeah.
Right.
Which
so that
can
they know
still
who
be
they're signing up
duplicated, kind
with.
of, but I mean, the world we're in now, everything could be duplicated. It's crazy. But yeah.
Well, all right, everybody. That is it.